Hey everyone, hopefully y'all just watched my busted Venti in 5. But if not, this is me going over how I build and how I use Venti. I'm pretty sure a lot of it is pretty self-explanatory. Even if you don't build Venti, if you just run around and use his burst, honestly, you're still going to get a ton of value, even if you don't even build Venti, just because of the crowd control. But for weapons, obviously Elegy for the end is best in slot. Ton of energy recharge. Venti is a huge battery. It gives you elemental mastery and attack. Like this is nuts. This weapon, not even just for Venti, the weapon in general is just nuts. A good second is Skyward Harp, only just because it's just a stat stick. Gives you a ton of crit, gives you a ton of base attack. And for those that don't have either of these, Stringless is amazing. This is going to help with swirling, the elemental mastery, and you get a ton of skill and burst damage. Stringless, honestly, in my opinion, it's a hidden 5-star weapon. Like the stats and the capability of this is crazy. Now for artifacts, Viridescent is pretty much all you really can use for Venti. For the longest time, I did do 2-piece attack, 2-piece Viridescent, like 2 Gladiator or 2 Shinawama. I'm saying that wrong again. And it's okay, but the swirling, because you're never really using Venti as a main DPS. There are parties, like the party I have Venti in now is with Venti as a main DPS, where I have Venti, Jingcho, Official, and Nahida, and pretty much it's to keep everyone's abilities up, and I just keep Venti on the field. Like that's the way I use this team. It's really fun. I haven't tried doing Abyss with it yet. I don't know how good it will be in the end, but it's something I'm playing around with right now. But anyway, how are the artifacts? Well, artifacts, what I'm looking for on everything, I want in this priority, crit rate, crit damage, elemental mastery, and energy recharge. Like those are the priorities. This, I wish it was a little bit better, but it has decent, well, I mean, it's pretty high crit rate. The feather, I wish this was not attack, but here it is. It's decent crit rate, decent crit damage. This is arguably should be energy recharge or elemental mastery. Yeah, as the recommendation, a lot of people are like split between this. It's just this attack sands is crazy. Like just soak in this sands. This is the most busted ass sands. At least for this character. Crit rate, lots of crit damage rolls, and it rolled with these 4 stats from the beginning. So this is base. It got 1 roll, 2 rolls, and I think 2 rolls, or maybe this was 3. This, I can't switch out of this. There's no way I can. Even if I want an energy recharge as a base stat, replacing this is going to be insane. It's going to be so challenging to replace it. So your sands can be attack, EM, or ER. It just depends on your substats. Anemo damage bonus. This is great. I wish this was energy recharge. This rolled pretty good. Don't have a better one. And this is legitimately the best hat I've had. I think people put EM on the hat. No, they do crit rate, I guess. Okay. I still prefer crit rate if you're gonna crit more, but I think, damn, that hat's crazy for Shell. I haven't got a good crit rate hat that rolls crit damage. This hat is bad in my opinion. These, like, it rolled a ton. It rolled once here and then everything else into defense. So that sucks. But passively you can you can strongbox these, so it's whatever. Constellations, I still feel having a copy of Venti is all you really need. You don't need anything more than just having 1 copy. And honestly, the constellations are just not good. This one is pretty crazy, but from going all the way to C6, it's just not worth it. I mean, in my opinion, C6ing any 5-star is not worth it, but that's a whole nother conversation. Talents, honestly, this could stay 1 and not even go to 6. This skill, you could take it to 10. I feel 6 to 9 is a good soft spot. You're using it more for the energy recharge. It does hit really hard. But the point is, you're really just using it to generate energy. That's it. Like, it doesn't hit hard enough for you to care that much. This does need to be 10 just because of how long it lasts in the field and all the ticks. this does matter. I'll get it to 10 eventually. I've cleared Spiral Abyss with Venti, floor 12. With this, just built just like this, with this exact setup. I use Venti in a ton of teams. I use Venti with Zhao. I use Venti with Nahida. I use Venti with Ayaka. I use Venti everywhere. Like, it's an amazing character. Anywho, I guess that's the gist of it, and that's how I build Venti.